What's up? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee Time Podcast. It's Monday. We're reviewing the weekend, telling you what's up, catching you guys up. If you didn't listen to Friday's podcast last week, go catch it. We'll drop a link below. But anyway, as this is obvious to see, Justin's in Texas. I'm back in San Diego at the Shack, the Love Shack. But yeah, I'm finally away from this fucker. I'm happy.
Oh, all right. That's what you say after I let you sleep in my daughter's princess bread.
Princess bed for what? 11, 12? Well, I think it was like 2 weeks actually.
Yeah, that's about, yeah, I
If it just
think.
had a box spring, it'd be so comfortable.
Bro, I tell my parents that shit's not box free. They're like, yes, it is. I'm like, you're fucking high.
No, that's definitely not a box spring
Yeah.
at all. At all. Like,
I mean, you could have just put the mattress, on the floor and,
could
you
have.
know.
Wasn't thinking about that, but let's jump into it, man. So, let's talk about Austin first. How about that?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
What was your biggest thing, your takeaway of Austin?
You know, I went whenever I was a lot younger, so how I remembered it was completely different than what we saw. Because I was more like in the suburb areas of like Austin, not the actual, downtown city, seeing all that stuff. And it just, man, it reminded me so much of San Diego. Like everything I used to love about San Diego was there, except I could carry a gun.
But also in the great state of Texas, right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
that's
So,
hilarious. They
it's like,
call that's what they say. They call Texas, I mean Austin, Texas, the San Diego of Texas. Well,
Mhm.
Texas already has a San Diego, but California and
Yeah,
Texas, that's what
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, so it was cool. I mean, I could see why a lot of people would want to move there, especially going from California to Texas because of everything that's going on over there. You actually sent or video chatted me showing me the meat prices are different, and of
Dude,
course your gym line shit.
bro, like, oh my God. I'll get back on the Texas thing in Austin review in a second. Dude, when I sent you that, because I'm eating high quality steak a day, like 1.4 pounds of steak, ribeye, delicious bone out ribeye for $13 a day. And it's just amazing. And I know you were shocked when you were just like, dude, I cannot believe how cheap meat is if you buy your own steak and you prepare it yourself. Because, an 8
Mhm.
ounce steak at a very renowned steakhouse like Saltgrass will cost you what, 30, 40 bucks?
Yeah, about.
Yeah, and we're eating a whole 1 pound steak, and it's just delicious for 13 bucks. Prime cut meat and everything. Get over here in fucking San Diego, California. This guy's trying to charge me $30 a pound. A pound. So that means that 1.5 or that 1.4 that I'm used to eating a day is costing me $45 a steak. Like,
Yeah,
what the hell is this?
so
There's no
stupid.
way. And then the gym lines, whatever. But back to Austin, bro. Keep breaking it down.
Yeah, it was really cool. Getting to see a lot of the sights, a lot of normalcy, actually. That was the biggest thing because, in the world that we're in right now, it's nice to see like people out and about doing things, living their regular lives. So it was really cool to see all that stuff. And then, of course, us enjoying the barbecue was amazing. And then we started binge watching that barbecue show.
Yeah, dude. That barbecue show was
Bro,
dope.
God, I kept craving barbecue even though we had just eaten it.
Yeah,
Like
man.
after we watched the show, it was like, fuck, we gotta find that one.
Bro, that food just looks so damn good.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. No, Austin was cool because it was a bit normal. It was nice to be, like I could say here, Nashville and Austin's kind of doing the same thing with the social distancing rule with 60% open. But everyone was
Hmm.
just like, hey guys, we're done with this shit. We've been in quarantine enough. You get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. Yeah, we'll put the mask on, but when we're inside the bar at our table, we'll take it off and we'll have a
Hmm.
blast here. Me and Nick actually went out 2 days ago, or no, yes, no, 2 days ago, and this last Friday, and we went to Mavericks, which is like a really like nice uppity sports bar in
Hmm.
Pacific Beach, or PB, and they had us sit down, right? And then like, it was very social distance. But then like let's say like you're looking at some girls on the opposite end or whatever like that, they're getting your attention. You can't go and associate with them. Of course, we know why, or they'll kick you out. So it's either you come with your party and you can't make a party out of it. So it was a little boring. It was a little
Oh, okay.
boring.
You had to like go old school where like you wrote the note, threw it at their ass, like, "Do you like me? Check yes."
Bro, I was about to hit him with some like ooh la 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 smoke symbols or some shit, right? You know, About to-
Morse code their ass and shit.
right? Like I was like, how do I communicate with these girls? But it was just like, damn. And then I was thinking like, fuck, man, COVID is ruining a lot of things. Interacting with the same sex, opposite sex, just
Hmm.
maintaining those relationships. So it's a little boring, but hey, we went out, we did it. We had some what's up? Dude, it was hard going to. Dude, we're supposed to be talking about Austin. Now we're talking. This is the weekend review anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm gonna finish with my Austin thing. Austin was cool. I think we burnt. Our day one was hard. We went hard for the birthday. And then like day two was like we were trying to go hard, but we were still trying to recover from day
Yeah.
one. So it came out to be a peaceful night, but tops down, West Side is better. In Austin, West Side is the best on the Sixth Street. Sixth side,
Yeah.
I mean, East Side is just like for the gremlins to come out and play.
Yeah.
Don't feed them past midnight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so yeah, San
Yeah.
Diego's been weird. Anything crazy this weekend happen with you?
I mean, not really, honest. Oh, hang on, my camera just fucking shut off. What the hell? Sorry about that. Huh, that was weird. My cam, like I literally just turned it on and it just shut off. That was weird. Um, fuck. Yeah, the weekend, yeah, not much, honestly, just once you left, like it was kind of like I could kind of transition back to like using shit again. Like I've been using my wife's restroom for like the longest time, so I still do it every now and then. She's like, "You do realize it's gone, right?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, fuck." And then I'll like rush over here. But nothing on that end. Just been trying to get back into doing the walks again, which I've been catching up, so that's good.
I
I'm gonna be
see,
doing
I
the
see.
route.
Trust
Yeah,
me, I'm like a sniper on that
I
app.
know.
I'm looking at your ass.
I know, like you messaged me like, "Hey, why didn't you fucking walk?" I was like, "Oh yeah, he has a fucking nap." Shit. But yeah, I mean, just doing that, just, getting back to, the boring living now that the party's gone. I have to go back to being just full dad mode now, so it's no fun.
Oh man, damn, what was I about to say? So we're not, so we're gonna talk about it, right? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about your boy Trump getting COVID
Oh,
19.
yeah.
Stand
Yeah,
up and
bro.
let the people see their shirt.
Yeah, what's up? Trump
There you
2020.
go. Oh,
Yeah.
is that for Texas because it's the Lone Star?
No, it's just a design I got off Amazon, but you can interpret it that way, sure.
Oh, okay, okay. So how did
Yeah.
you feel when you read about that?
So, 'cause I read about it really early on because there was like I was just on my work email and then all of a sudden I saw the post about it. So of course I'm like, okay, let me actually go and look at it. And I was like, oh shit, like that it sucks because a lot of people like, oh well, he used to say this about COVID. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like it just sucks that this person has it. Like it's always a sad situation when you find out someone got COVID. It's a sad situation. It's nothing to really make light of, but yeah, so far they're saying the latest I've heard is like there's no fever. He's doing really well. He doesn't have to be on oxygen. It was more just, hey, he got the test back and it came back confirmed. So they're gonna do like the self quarantining. They're gonna be in the hospital, just making sure that they stay social distance and all that stuff. So hopefully he comes out of it pretty well. I've of course seen a lot of people happy about the news, even and it's sad because like it's social media influencers that I really like. Like I'm seeing them say this stuff. I'm like, dude, like this is another reason why I don't ever want to meet like celebrities and stuff like that because I'm just like, dude, like how can you be so happy about someone possibly dying like that you hate their platform that much that you wish they died or like you're making fun of the situation like,
Well,
you know.
it's kind of like the podcast that I put out on Friday. I
Mhm.
said I announced that we know Coffee Time podcast knows that COVID Trump has received or he's been diagnosed with COVID
Mhm.
and whatever. But I was like, hey, you need to look at yourself in the mirror if you're one of those fuckers on Twitter that's like just pressing buttons saying that I'm so glad. I bet he'll wear a mask now. I'm like, dude, to me
Yeah,
that what I'm looking at is a coward and a person that's just okay with an elderly dying. Like the fuck is
yeah,
wrong with you? And then you got to think about like take Trump out of it and you put any other president that was equally bad, or if you perceive that the president was bad, let's talk about putting Carter there again. If Carter
Mhm.
had COVID, you'll be freaking out because you're like, oh no, our president, not Trump, not Jimmy Carter, not anyone else in of the presidency of Barack Obama, but our POTUS has COVID.
Yeah,
This, if he goes away in the middle of election, it's gonna cause a ton of issues and all that. Oh man, my mom's calling me
bro, right in the middle of
right in the
coffee
middle of
time,
coffee
homie.
time.
But yeah, going back on that, like a lot of people like, oh, he'll wear a mask now, whatever. I'm like, y'all don't know what he does in like
Oh my
behind the
fucking god.
cameras
Hold
and
on.
stuff. You're good. But because he even said during like the debate, he's like, I have my mask right here. I just don't wear it when I'm actually social distancing. If people are near me, I'll wear it. Like he said, I don't mind wearing the mask. And of course, we only see him like whenever he's on the podium and away from people, so you don't rarely see him with the mask on. But I've seen like plenty of times with like where he goes to like hospitals or visits with soldiers, stuff like that, he will have it on. So for them to say that and like make it as an issue like for that cause, I'm like, y'all are just being petty at this point. Because what if Biden, the person who has a mask all the time, caught it? Like, would y'all still have these opinions? And like, it's just sad. I hope he pulls through, not because I support him, but it's always sad to see a public figure like that going through any type of struggle. Like, I don't know if you heard, but not related to COVID, I think, but freaking what's his name? Chrissy Teigen and John Legend about their newborn. Did you hear the news about that?
No.
Yeah, so there was a picture, and apparently, while giving birth, she lost her newborn.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a recent story, if that's something that happened. I just read it today, and I'm like, I don't really like Chrissy Teigen like as a person. Like, for whatever reason, I don't. But I'm like, man, that is tragic, and I hope that people won't get in that mindset, like, oh, I don't like her so much that I'm glad this happened or this and that. Like, there's people out there like that, and I'm just like, how can you be that cynical? How can you be that like simplistic to do shit like that? Like this person's going through a tragedy right now. And for you to say shit like that, like come on.
Yeah, man. People are assholes.
Mhm.
Honestly, and like you got to think about it. It's like our primal instinct of once we see someone down, we hunt to kill in a way. You
Yeah.
know, that's just kind of how I look at it. But I'm not going to excuse just being an all right bad person for hoping
Yeah.
someone's downfall due to some sickness. And when they're like I said this also on the podcast, I'm like, yeah, if they're like a pedophile or a raper, I would be fucking throwing a party
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
if they're
Like,
like
if they were an
of the
evil
earth people,
person,
then yeah, yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
like a very
But
sick.
one thing I can say about all this is, I'm not a Biden supporter because of his policies. I don't care about the person that, like that much or whatever. It's just the policies. But I give him brownie points because he actually tweeted at Donald Trump. He was like, hey, thoughts and prayers for the president of the United States and the first lady. Hope they pull through, yada, yada. I'm like, you know what? Like, he earned my respect at that point because even though they may not agree on politics and everything like that, like he still treats them as a human. And I'm sure if it was vice versa, like if Biden and his family somehow got it, I bet anything President Trump would be like, hey, my condolences to you. I hope you all pull through because that level of respect, even though they can go on stage and hash it out, whatever, but that level of respect they have for each other, I think that's like a lot of points for Biden, honestly. Like even though I don't support him, like you know what, you get points in my book about that.
Okay, so when I saw that tweet, I was
Hmm.
like, some PR person was like, "Hey, I got a good idea." I'm like, come on,
Well, I
Joe.
mean, I don't know. I don't know,
Do you
honestly. Like,
think
yeah.
Joe can even operate an iPhone? Come on now.
No, but I mean, if he was sincere, like, even though like we don't agree on these things, like, my thoughts go out to his family. Like, if he went public and said that stuff, then that'd be great. I know, Trump before he went to the hospital, like, got on camera and was like, "Hey guys, I have been confirmed with having COVID. I'm gonna take the necessary precautions, and don't think that this is gonna keep me down. We're gonna keep fighting this, yada yada." So.
So let's transition to another topic. What did you think
Mhm.
about the debate?
So you kind of summed it up really well. It was entertaining, and it kind of went nowhere. I feel that there was really no clear winner because there was nothing of use that came from any of them. It was more like, well, I did this, you did that, and it was just defending and accusing, defending and
Yeah,
accusing.
and a lot of deflecting.
Yeah, a lot of it. And I think a lot of it, Trump was mainly like the reason why he interrupted a lot is because he's like, no, like either clear up your point or I'm gonna tell you how you're wrong. So that's why he kept interrupting. Like if you said, oh, well, you did this, he's like, no, I didn't. Like he kept interrupting in that term when honestly, I think it would have benefited Trump to actually have Biden keep talking because after a while, Biden started like putting his foot in his own mouth when he said that, oh no, I don't support the Green New Deal, even though like 2 seconds before he was talking about how great it was, and then how he was like, oh, I don't want to defund the police, but earlier he was like, yeah, we should defund. Like, so he was kind of stepping on his own platform. So I think Trump should have been smart and let him talk. Like that would have been great.
All right. Well, so first, what I would say about the interrupting thing, it's a debate. You don't interrupt. You should not
Yeah, yeah.
interrupt.
I think that
It
was
should
yeah.
just went from blow to blow. And yeah,
Mhm.
like I told you, I thought like my first breakdown of it. I think meme creators, the comedians out there, they won that night. But I think Biden actually kind of came off a little better, and this is the only reason because in my mind I was like, I'm not. I think I even tweeted this. I'm like, I'm not going to watch this murder take place tonight. Hashtag skipping the debate, right?
Mhm.
And I was like, you know what? Let me just watch it. Nick wanted to watch it and everything, so we're watching this damn thing. I'm like, yeah, Trump is being Trump, but Biden's not being the Biden that we thought he was going to be.
Yeah,
Like
like
he was
it
there.
really helped it really helped his cause that people were gonna think he was gonna do a lot worse. Like if they had him on a higher expectation, then I feel like people would
Yeah.
have been like, oh, yeah, he wasn't. But since they had that such low expectation and he did fairly well, that's. But
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't say
think
he did well. He passed. He did as
yeah,
good
he
as he
passed.
could, but
Yeah.
the bar set so low. You know, it's just like
Hmm.
what Joe Rogan said. Putting your trust in Biden is like going on a night hike with with a flashlight that has dead batteries. You have to keep shaking up. He's just like,
Yeah.
when is it going to go dark? You know, I think
Yeah.
that means a lot because we see that his mental decline is, declining. But
Hmm.
in that debate, it showed us that he could keep it together for 45
Just for that,
minutes.
yeah, for 5 minutes. But I think because there's gonna be two other debates. I think the next one it has to be focused more on the policies and stuff like that because it can't be like, well, I did this and then the other one's like, no, you didn't. Like, okay, well, tell us why we should vote for you. Like, stop making it as like we already know what Trump has done. Like, just look at the website, look at the things he's done. We've seen what Biden's done. Look at his thing, what he's done. So they need to really talk about, what policies they have in place or want to put in place in order for people to vote for them.
Yeah, dude, I don't think we're going to get that at all.
Yeah, I
I
don't think
think
I
the
think
next debate, they're
honestly,
going to mute the mics.
oh
I
yeah,
read
I
something
think
about
they
that,
should have.
and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure the third debate will not happen. Like, I feel like it's going to get canceled because of
Yeah, I don't
COVID
know
reasons or
why.
whatever.
But
But,
the thing was so weird because I understand why the moderator chose those specific questions because of what's happening right now, like with
oh,
COVID.
hold on. I got to interrupt you. That moderator was a pussy, dude.
Oh, he was trash.
Jesus Christ. Like,
Yeah, he got
anyone can
so
walk all
much.
over that man.
He got so much crap from his own people. Like, dude, like what the fuck was that? Like, and it's not the fact that he couldn't control Trump, because you really can't sometimes. But it's the fact that he just kind of like went off the rails for a little bit and then tried composing himself and then just found himself in the debate too somehow. But anyway, what I was saying is like I understand why those questions were brought up because of the climate we're in with Black Lives Matter, with this and that. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, y'all didn't talk about what your policy is for like gun control, what your policy is for new energy, because people are like, oh, we need to switch to new energy. Okay, well, what new energy? Do you have it available right now to where we could do it, or is it something that y'all just have a thought of? You know? So it needs to be stuff like that. Of course, they kind of talked about healthcare a little bit, And it does seem like Trump didn't have that plan. Like he was just more like, hey, we have Obamacare, we're going to keep the good and take away the bad, and that's what we're going to have right now. So the fact that it didn't look good on Trump whenever he didn't really have the plan, and also when they were like, "Well, we want you to condemn white supremacists, yada yada." Like he's done it in the past many times, but the fact that he didn't do it again, I think that's what hurt him because a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, he won't do it." I'm like, "Well, he has in the past. It's just he doesn't like repeating himself."
Well, brother, um, oh my God.
Go
It,
ahead.
it doesn't matter if you don't like to repeat yourself. When you're
Yeah.
on the biggest stage right
Yeah.
there, and you have the moment to grab so many new followers, and you don't do it, it
Yeah.
it kind of looked
Yeah, it
very,
looked
very bad.
terrible. Like even I was like, damn it. Because we could defend him like, oh, he has here's this clip, but if you're on that national stage and they tell you, hey, condemn, like I wouldn't have even gone because he was like, well, name who. Like I would, if I were trying to be like, I have in the past condemned white supremacists, neo Nazis, yada yada. I do think they're the scum of the earth. You know that I am telling them right now to stand down because he did say stand down, stand by, which can be interpreted different ways. Because when me and you were told stand by like a chief or whatever, like what did that mean? You're about to get your ass chewed, right? Or
Yeah,
you're about to get repercussion.
yeah, it's
But
coming.
other people don't see it that way, you know? So it's really like that's a difficulty with languages. It's always interpreted a different way depending on who you are. So
But the part of the the reason for the debate is to break down your views in a
yeah,
very like um
to reach the
comprehensible
general
nature.
audience.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone can comprehend it, and I just felt like we didn't get anything from the
yeah.
left or the
I
right
hope
that night.
Yeah, I hope the second one goes a little bit. I hope people will actually watch the second because it's usually they'll only watch the first one and then they've made up their minds and they'll leave it at that. But I mean, it could. It's weird. Like my vote's still gonna be kind of the same just because of the policies and everything like that. But people don't look at that shit. They look at the debate and it's like, okay, who did I like more?
Hmm. All right. Well, dude,
Yeah.
you're doing like our the October thing. You're gonna do the 3,000 push-ups, 100 miles of walking.
I'll walk.
Yeah. Hey, 100
Bro,
miles of
I
walking
can't
is
do.
good.
I can't do a push-up. What are you talking about?
Hey, keep walking, stay off that sugar until the weekends, and you'll be able to do 10 push-ups.
Ooh, yeah, daddy's gonna get strong.
You're so stupid. You're so stupid. But since you said daddy, that kind of just we should cut this off now.
Yeah, we should just cut it out, Daddy.
All right. So, you got any news or any upcoming events for the Coffee Time listeners?
No new events coming up other than, of course, listen to our Thirsty Thursdays. Are we gonna keep the gaming just on a back burner right now, or are we gonna continue with that?
I'm working on it.
Okay,
Back burner
we'll
right now.
we'll
I'm
keep y'all
working on it.
posted. We'll keep y'all posted.
Yeah, I'm working on it. But I was thinking, like, man, I think we need to do like some other things. Like, if we can shift like a hot podcast news coffee time to like a Wednesday and do like something fun on Friday and something like and then keep the Monday format. I don't know. Like listeners, shoot us an email at what is our email? KJ Podcast.
Yeah, kjpodcast at gmail.com. It's
Yeah.
still the same. Or just hit us up on our Instagram. Like you can find us there as well.
Well, I would like a formal email too though. That'd be nice just to read and see who's actually listening and everything.
One person, it's a bot. You suck.
Right? Like you suck. Buy my new sex toy for 14.99.
Okay.
Only requires your social to get a 50% discount. But yeah, I was thinking of like some new segments for the show because Coffee Time we really just wanted to be fun instead of like that dark shit that we were like from episode 1 to 15 that we were doing until Mondays came in. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was thinking about some fun segments like how about like if me and Justin will watch a movie that you guys suggest and then we'll give you a Coffee Time review and stuff like that. Or we have to go try a food. I don't know. It'd be like something weird on those days. What
Yeah.
do you think?
Yeah, that sounds fun. Why not? We got nothing else to do. Shit.
Right? Thank you, COVID.
I'm gonna
What
eat
what
more
do
ice
you?
cream.
Yeah, I got the camera on you too, by the way. Yeah, look at you. Terrible. All right, guys. That's your coffee time Monday for this week. We're
Here's
coming
some
back.
ASMR for y'all.
We're coming back on Thursday on all platform. All see, you're messing me up, dude. Look at this fucking guy eat this shit on all podcast platforms. All right, we out.